Welcome back. Have you ever tried to study from long notes, paragraphs, and pages, and your brain just felt tired? You read and read and read, but nothing sticks. The problem is not you, the problem is how information is organized. The brain does not remember long sentences, the brain remembers connection, visuals, structures, and meaning. This is where mind mapping becomes a game changer. A mind map is a simple visual way of taking notes where you start with the main idea in the center and then create branches around it for key points. Instead of writing notes in paragraph forms, you draw your understanding. You use keywords, colors, arrows, shapes, small icons, and diagrams. This makes your brain active instead of passive. When you make a mind map, your brain is not just copying, your brain is processing, connecting, and organizing information. And that is what leads to real memory. Let's break it down step by step. First, take a blank page and write the main topic in the center. Not a long line, just a keyword. For example, photosynthesis. Then draw a few thick branches going out like the branches of a tree. Each branch represents a main idea. For photosynthesis, the main ideas may be inputs, process, products, and importance. Then from each branch, draw smaller branches with keywords or symbols. For example, under input, write sunlight, chlorophyll, water, CO2. Under process, you may draw arrows showing how sunlight converts to chemical energy. You can add a leaf icon, a sun symbol, or arrows. The goal is not to make art, the goal is to create a visual map your brain can remember in one glance. Mind maps works because your brain loves pattern, color, and meaning. That is why you remember maps, logos, and movie scenes, but forget paragraphs. Mind mapping turns study material into a picture your brain can recall easily during exams. Now, how do you use mind mapping in note making? It's simple. You make notes to understand, not to store information. Notes are not for decoration, notes are for clarity. For theory heavy subjects like biology, history, business studies, psychology, use mind maps to show relationships and themes. For example, for history, put the event in the center, then cause, event, result, and significance. It becomes incredibly easy to revise. For numerical subject, use mind mapping to summarize formulas, methods, and step sequence. For example, in maths, you can create a formula mind map, algebra identities, when to use, example. This helps you recall quickly during exam. And here is the best part. Mind maps reduce revision time by almost 70%. Because instead of rereading notes, you simply look at one visual sheet and the entire chapter comes back in your mind. So when you are studying, don't ask, how many pages did I write? Ask instead, did I organize the knowledge so that I can recall it easily? That is the purpose of note making. Mind maps makes your notes shorter, cleaner, easier to review, faster to remember, and quicker to revise before exam. So the next time you study, take a blank page and map your knowledge. Do not try to make the perfect mind map. Just start. Your first one will feel simple, your second will be better, and soon your brain will automatically organize information visually, even when you are just listening in class. Your goal is not to write more, your goal is to understand better. Mind mapping is not drawing, mind mapping is thinking. And once you learn to think clearly, remembering becomes effortless. Your mind becomes lighter, your learning becomes faster, your confidence grows, and studying becomes simpler. Let's begin this journey of smart learning, one mind map at a time.